Welcome to the Hotwire Fision App training video. In this video, we're going to go over the Account tab. We're going to do this on an Android, but most of the screens and user interface will look the same or similar on an iOS Apple device. So let's get started. First, let's log in with a test account. You're going to notice the first thing we come to is the Account tab. The bottom has tabs for each of the major sections of the application. We can see we have Services, My Fision. At the bottom, we have Community, and we have Support. And we're going to go through each of the features. So the first part of the app is the Account tab. You can see there's a picture that can be used as the profile picture of the user. They can change this by taking a picture or by choosing an existing picture in their photo library. And with a few taps, they've changed the picture. We also have the Pay Bill button and the billing information. You can see here we have a red icon that illustrates that the bill is due at this point, or it is overdue. So let's go ahead and tap on the billing information. And you can see here, as being one of our test accounts, we don't have to pay the bills. So it's got a rather large bill due amount. But you can quickly see how much is owed. You can see when it was due and how much is past due. And you can get all the major features of the bill right from this screen. So I can pay my bill now from here. I can choose to change the amount, and if I want to, here. So you can pay any amount, or as you saw, it will always default to the amount that's due. The user cannot change the due date. This is when the payment occurs, and the user will have a couple options to pay. They can use their bank account, they can use a checking account, or a savings account. Simply fill out the routing number and the account number for the checking account or savings account, and then they will need to make sure that the name and the address on the bank account matches. And assuming that's correct, they'll be able to move forward and pay their bill. Also, the user can use a credit card or debit card. Enter a cardholder name, card number, expiration date, CCV code, the address, and zip code. Once this is filled out, the user will hit Next. You'll see a screen where they can review the information before they submit the payment for final payment. So the user can of course use a credit or debit card. And that's the basics of paying the bill. From here, the customer can also set up auto payments. Now, one of the things the customer has to do for auto payment before they can set it up is that they have to pay their bill first. The account must be current in order to set this up. Afterwards, the next billing cycle, their automatic payments will take place. We've quickly jumped over to a different test account that does not have a bill due so that we can see the screens real quick that will come up when we set up auto payment. So we tap on auto payment. It's very similar to the pay bills screen. You'll notice if there's a card saved, it will give us the ability to choose the saved credit card. We can also choose bank account. Again, similar to what we just saw. Just like before, you're checking your routing and accounting number. Put in the correct account holder name, and then you'll be taken to a payment review screen. Here you will submit the information for a credit or debit card. You can put in the cardholder name, card number, expiration date, and then hit Next, and you'll see you get to the review screen. Everything looks good, so you can submit it, and you will turn on auto payment. And you can do something very similar with the saved card. So if we click on the saved card, you can see here how it takes you straight to the review payment details screen, so that we can set up auto payment. If the data looks correct, we have authorized auto payment, and it'll be set up. Once auto payment is set up, it will turn from a red setup here, and it'll show the word on and green. Let's continue going through the billing options. The next option is bill delivery options. This is how we can turn on paperless billing. Right now, paperless billing is off. You can see all the bills will be mailed to this address. I can update and change the mailing address. If you don't want the bill sent to a different place, you can tap the On button to turn on paperless billing. I can accept the terms and conditions, and then you'll notice this changes to green. This is on, and you'll notice it switches to my email that I have on the account. Now, if the account is not verified, if the emails are not already verified, then it's going to ask me to go through the verification process, which will send a code to my email. I'll enter the 6-digit code and verify it. Next is the billing statement history here. You can see a summary of my current billing statement. you can select the statement here to pull up different dates if I wanted to for my past statements, and then you can click on View Full Statement to see the PDF version of the statement that is typically mailed to your house. So that's our statements. Let's take a look at payment history. Payment history, as you can see here, where we've made several small payments while we were testing this, since this is a production test account, and you can see where we've done some credit card payments, check payments, etc. So this gives us a complete list of our payment history. The next step is to look at the stored payment methods here. If we have any payment methods, you'll see them stored like we saw on the previous screen. And you can see here we have the stored Visa credit card. And if I tap, I can see the basic information about my card here. We can always remove it or change it. The only thing you can't change is this number. If the card number is changed, we can remove it, and if the new card or the address is changed, or simply the expiration has changed, I can change that here in this CVV code and hit save. One thing to remember too is if this credit card has been set up for auto payments, you will also see the card here, and it would say auto payments right next to it in green. And the last option on the account is understanding your bill, which is again simply a PDF explaining the different sections of the bill. So we just looked at the billing information to pay the bill. But the button here is very similar, except it just takes you straight to the bill payment screen. So hitting the Pay Bill button here is no different than tapping on the Pay Bill Now button on the billing info screen. They go to the same place. If they have automatic payments set up, then the Pay Bill button will convert into Manage Automatic Payment, and will take you to the screen showing you where your next payment is, when your next payment is, and what account you have set up for the automatic payment. So next, let's take a quick look at the account information. You can see here, this is the account information that is in Amdocs. It's important to understand that it shows the name, it shows the email, and the mobile number that all appear in Amdocs. Here's the customer number in Amdocs for the site or the property address. From here, you can change the PIN, the security answer question as well. Anything I can change on this screen will update in Amdocs. There's no verification process for the mobile number, home number here, because Amdocs does not support that. When a customer signs up, this information is usually synced with the user profile information. Alright, so let's take a look at the user profile. It's important to understand that the user profile information is different from the Amdocs information. And even if I just changed my name here on the upper profile, it doesn't mean it's going to automatically change it in Amdocs. If I want to change it in Amdocs, I have to either call in, or I need to go into the account information section here and tap on the name and change it there. If I want to change my mobile number in Amdocs, I'll need to change it here as well. If I try to change my mobile number from the user profile, it's not going to automatically update it in Amdocs. This is the email and mobile number that's used for this user account. So if I forget my password, if I forget my username, this is the information you're going to use to recover the account. These are verified or can get verified at any time you change them. I'll ask you to re-verify them so that we can know we have a verified account on file. The rest of the screen display is eventually going to be used for community features to display the user's name to the public or other community members. The username is used to log in. The username is the same as the login screen, and the password is, of course, used to log in. Anytime you change the password, it will start to show a date here saying the last time you changed it. It's not showing anything right now because we haven't changed it since I signed up. The final thing on the user profile screen is account linking. This is where you can come and link to another account in Amdocs. So I, as a customer, have two different homes that are Hotwire properties. I can sign up with one property and create a user account, and then if I want to link to the other property, I can do that here. I can simply put in the customer number and let's hit continue. And you'll notice here, it's going to ask me to verify ownership. So what this is asking me to do is to prove that I actually own this account. That's in Amdocs, and the way that you do that is by entering the mobile number, home number, email address, and PIN that is associated with the account in Amdocs. I chose the mobile number, so I'm going to have to enter my mobile number and then we hit Verify. Now what it's going to do is it's going to check the mobile number in Amdocs to make sure that that's the correct field. It's going to take you to the whole number or to the mobile number field, and if it's correct, it's going to send out a 6-digit verification code, which I can enter on the next screen. The same applies to the home phone number. I put in my home phone number, it will verify that in the home number field in Amdocs, and in this case, it would actually call me and let me know with what the 6-digit verification code is using an automated agent. Again, I would enter the number to verify it, and then the account will be linked. Email address will do the same thing. I put in the email address, it validates it in Amdocs. If it matches, it sends a 6-digit verification code on the next screen. If it's correct, then it's pretty simple. It'll prompt you to simply enter the PIN, and if it matches on the PIN in the UDK field in Amdocs, then it will automatically link the account. Once the accounts have been linked, there will be another button that shows up here called Switch Account on the main screen. And then from there, you'll be able to tap the Switch Account screen, and you'll be able to switch between your two different properties. The last element on the account information screen here is the sign out. This is pretty simple. You tap sign out, and this is how you log out of the app.